Happy SwagHer Sister Sunday. This is your girl, your lady, Marilyn Monroe, one third of the Culture Club Conversation podcast located on YouTube and all social media platforms. But on Saturday and Sundays, I am SwagHer's girl featuring all sisterhood spotlights. And today I have the dynamic socialite artist, amazing artist, I should say, social media icon, I feel, self-taught mechanic, stylish, edgy, sexy, crazy, sexy, cool, I should say, no other than the Tina the Tiger Mitchell.
Hi.
Hey, Tina.
Thank you, girl, for that intro. Yes.
Absolutely. Well, all those things and more, of course. I know you do a bit more. You do fashion shows, so you're a model. Not too long ago, I actually saw a bit that, and correct me if I'm wrong, were you a video model as well?
I am. I am in a whole series, actually. Video actor slash model.
Yeah, so that part.
Yes.
So you wear many hats, and one thing I most
Yes.
admire about you, because I can relate, and real always recognizes real, and it definitely is not hard to tell. You are a dynamic woman of good work ethic. You're hardworking. You wear many hats, and I love that because I identify with that. But you make it really look too easy. You make it
Thank
look
you.
too easy.
Who's
So
there?
I love that, and I love the fact that you can switch it up. You switch up, your style is definitely epic. So today I was like,
Thank
okay,
you.
should I be a little professional or a little edgy? So I was like, I'll do a little bit of both because I know Tina's gonna come
Yes.
with it, and so. So my first question to you is,
Okay.
what is sisterhood to you?
Sisterhood. Oh my gosh. It is an amazing word. For one, it cannot be described enough as my circle, my loves, and people that are generally surrounded by me,
Mhm.
with me, and through all of my things, all of
Yes,
my emotions. It's a big word that cannot be filled with appreciation of my sisters.
yes,
Sisters, not my blood sister, but sisters as a whole. All of my sisters have been amazing to me. I cannot name all of them because all of them have different roles in my life. But my sisterhood is definitely grounded, is centered, and is genuine.
I
That's my
love that.
sisterhood.
Absolutely, I think that's because anything besides sisterhood is just kind of like a foe or just kind of like an associate, I guess you could say. But like you
Hmm.
said, sisterhood is definitely a circle, and sometimes you have to identify with those who best support you and best, represent you.
Hmm.
And as you obviously know, life happens and life is life. Then, as people say, tell us a little bit of your background as the Tiger, Tina the Tiger.
Oh, honey, where should I start? Tina the Tiger. Well, my mother used to call me Tigger. I was a poo baby. So it started there. And then that's only because I never sat still. I was always bouncing around, high energy. And that's me today. High energy, always moving, constantly thinking, doing, coming up with eclectic mind, per se. So me, Tina the Tiger, is just a broad spectrum of a lot of things that I actually put forward, and it comes out pretty much.
Yeah,
It's shown that I'm just, the tiger. Tiger's my spirit animal, of course. Indian heritage. I attracted myself to the tiger through Tigger. I had to grow up.
mhm.
And so that's where I am at this point, or that was my survival mode as well, was the fighting tiger, like getting through obstacles, challenges, and many other things throughout life. So I took to the tiger because it's mysterious, it handles business, it's family orientated, it's so many different words as the animal itself, as
Yes,
my persona and my character.
I agree, and it fits you so very well.
Thank
So
you.
you have a little bit of an accent. So let's talk about that accent because it kind of reminds me of Trina Braxton. Of course, they're from Maryland, but Trina is from somewhere else. So where is your accent from? Like, what is that accent?
Uh, I don't know. Okay, so where I'm actually physically born was South Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
Raised in Alaska, Virginia, and have been in South Carolina forever. Um, it's just not to mention I have Charleston roots. Latson, South Carolina is my ground.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just a broad spectrum of me. I don't know.
I
I
love it.
can't.
I love the
I
like. I
can't
love
name
it.
it.
I can hear it when you say so. It's very like definitely North Dakota. It's giving North. I love it. I love it.
Thank
So
you.
let me recall for everyone that is tuned in. Thank you so much for tuning in. We had Tina the Tyga Mitchell here with us. She is a socialite, community light, and she is definitely stylish, sexy, and edgy. But um, I recall the very first time I met you, and it was
Mm.
last year, I believe. And I was attending a bully rally downtown Columbia,
Mhm.
and you
Mhm.
were a vendor there. You were given your time, talent, and what you do, to the community as always. And I remember coming up to get my airbrush done, and I remember saying hello because that's how I am. And
Mhm.
you like naturally was like, hey, how are you? And it was just like as if I knew you. My son actually I was with him. Well, he was with me, but he said, did you know her? And I said, no. And I said, there's some great people here, especially women, us women, that actually
Mhm.
welcome other women. And you did my airbrush. I said, do whatever you like, and you airbrushed my arm with a pink, green, and
Mhm.
orange koi fish.
Yes,
And I do you recall?
I do. I
Yeah.
do.
And I was so grateful because just the fact that you showed me sisterhood, just with that. You were very kind,
Yes.
you were just a light. You were amazing, welcome, friendly, gracious, and you were just amazing. You are amazing. And of course, now I follow you
Thank
on
you.
social media, and I just think you are
Thank you.
just a light. Like you are huge. And SwagHer magazine is a national magazine for the intentional woman. That is their
Mhm.
motto, the intentional woman. And that's who you are. You are a very much intentional woman. And I
Thank
love
you.
it. So let's talk about the background of where you are sitting. What are we looking at?
This is my father's 1970 Dodge Charger. This was his vehicle. He passed on, and this was the first car I actually rode in when I was born. So when in 1976, y'all, I'll be 50 in a month and a half. Woo,
So
in a
good.
month. Oh God, January 29th, that day.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Good.
but 1976, I came forth. This was the car I came home in from the hospital in South Dakota during a blizzard, mind you. Um, my dad, this was his first car that he bought when he came home from Vietnam after doing two tours. And throughout the years of him having this car, he has shown me how to work on cars with this car growing up. And throughout life of working on cars, I work on cars.
Yeah.
And so before he passed, and throughout years, I kept asking him for the car. And so he would literally be like, it needs too much work. You you don't need that. You already got enough on your plate. Dad being dad, making sure
Yeah.
that I'm not taking on too much that I can bear. And so literally 2 years before he passed, I was like, Dad, where's the car? And he was like, it's put up. It's too much work. We'll talk about it later. Completely brushed me off. So I was like, okay. Next thing you know, once he passed, a little bit before he passed, I reached out to my Uncle Walker in Virginia and I said, Uncle Walker, where's Daddy's car? And my Uncle Walker was like, well, I can't give you that information until your daddy tells me I can.
Oh,
Okay. So, needless to say, my dad passed on, and the reading of his will is when I found out that he left me his car. You talking about bittersweet, crying, happy.
Mm.
The way
Mm.
my dad used to correct me and get a pop upside the back of the head, I literally wanted to pop my dad in the back of the head and say, I wanted this to be our project while you were alive.
Right.
But since you gave it to me in your passing, you obviously knew that I really wanted the car for one. And for two, throughout my 48 years of living, I get things done and I'm
Yeah.
going to get it done.
Yeah.
And it was just an honored gift from him. Trying not to cry a little bit, but it's okay. It's an honored gift from him. It's an honored final type of gift from
Yeah.
him because he's still taking care of us, even though he's not on the face of the earth. He's still giving, and that was my dad. So, um, when I got the car immediately, I drove 16 hours,
Ooh.
800 miles in my Chevy Avalanche that he also worked on. I said I'll never get rid of that truck either. Um, I drove and I got my dad's car. Um, my uncle Walker literally had my dad's car in his backyard for over 20 something years. And my uncle Walker, I've been to my uncle Walker's house throughout time, never knew it was in the backyard the whole time. And
Wow.
so I had to call my Uncle Walker. I said, Uncle Walker, guess what? My dad left me the car and the wheel. My Uncle Walker goes, I already knew that. And I
Ooh.
said, but you didn't. I've been calling you. And he was like, but that wasn't for me to release. That was for your daddy to release. I stayed in my place. And I said,
Wow.
you know what? I could pop both of y'all.
Wow.
But it was an honor. It is a blessing. It does need a lot of work. He did not um, waver from that. But
Mhm.
at the end of the day, his car literally gave me a tool to get through
Mm.
times of grieving with him and
Mhm.
for him. It helps me to have a connection to him like no other. Anybody knows when you work on a car, you will bust your knuckles, you're bleeding. That's your soul. My daddy's soul is still in this car. And the metaphoric way that I look at it as even though my dad is not here in the physical body, I have his body with me and I have his heart, which is the engine of the car. I have part of his soul, which is right behind me, that I will continue to work on and put forth goals to get it back where it needs to be.
Yeah.
And he left me with that task. My dad was 43 years law enforcement and military. He left me a mission, and I'm going to handle that mission.
Amen. I love that. And actually, that was like kind of you answered a bit of it, like exactly the during that repair and the, like everything that you are doing with the car. Like, what are some of the things that that journey has taught you? And then sometimes you have to
Whew.
laugh about it to say, you know what, Dad, you know,
You're still teaching me. Yes,
yeah,
he is. It's teaching me patience because I want to hurry up and get it done, but I can't.
that's
It's
right.
teaching me financial responsibility. Still, my dad teaching me financial responsibility because it's going to take a lot of money
Yeah,
to get it back restored. But at the same time, it's teaching me to continue my hard work ethic towards a goal which is necessary, which is working on his car, providing for my family the same way he provided for me. So, in working and touching and being with this car from him, he's still giving me guidance. And it's never going to let up at this point because now I'm going through patience. I'm going through so much education on what it takes to rebuild a car. I just know simple, basic mechanics. I'm literally learning body work. I have a welding machine. I have a plasma cutter. I have so many power tools that most women will be like, what? How
what's
does this work?
that,
Don't put me in the kitchen. Put me in a garage with a car.
that part?
So he's literally still leading and guiding me, even though he's not here through this vessel, which is still coming forth through his spirit.
Amen. I love that. And I'm also a
Thank
daddy's
you.
girl, so I totally so that's why I was kind of really welding up over here.
Yeah.
I actually was, yeah, but I love that.
Me too. Pull it
Girl,
in.
so you have such a nurturing spirit, clearly, because you're nurturing now the vehicle, the first vehicle you experienced, um, and then of course you nurture community through your artwork, and you
Yes.
do a great job at like freehanding a lot of art. Of course, you have your stencils as well. But tell me about how Tina the Tiger got into the body art, and how long you've been doing that.
Okay. Well, I started out in Busch Gardens as a face painter. They taught me basic face painting, and I think I was like 22, 23, something there in that age or whatever. And I like art. I like colors. I like,
Yes.
putting stuff together. So when I moved down here to South Carolina, I started Miss Kitty's face painting, which I was a brushwork painter. Anyone knows when you're getting your face painted by a brushwork, it takes so much time, even though you have a line. So with learning or expanding on brushwork, I self taught myself airbrush to move the line faster, to learn how to get things done a lot neater and precise and all of that. So I taught myself airbrushing in I want to say 2004.
Okay.
And once I started airbrushing, I have just expanded on airbrushing tattoos. That's where I focused first. And then I got comfortable with that. And then I started learning face painting
Mm-hmm.
and painting myself and playing with the kids and just doing little cheek art here and there. And I grew and I grew and I grew into being able to do full masks now with airbrush and full body art with airbrush. It's a funny story because I have so many different personalities per se, or so many different characters.
Mm-hmm.
I took on the face painting. I would have to find the picture when I first did my first parade in Swansea, and I painted myself like a leopard, and I had pine needles literally super glued to my face. Pine needles. So that they stuck out, and I had the like 3D effect, and I done glued so much stuff to my face, but um, and learning so many different methods of painting and reaching out to so many different mentors. I literally have mentors in Atlanta that I reach out to. Shout out to Black Jesus. I have a mentor in Miami, Christina, the body painter.
Mm-hmm.
So many different people I reach out to expand on how to grow as a painter and as an artist. And it's just been amazing at how the art can bring anybody together.
Yes.
It's the colors, what you see may not be what I see, but what I see, I make it me. And that's how I do my body art with the kids or with an adult or even with my face. If you research me and Google Miss Tyga's body art, majority of my face masks is me sitting in the mirror crying it out because the air is cold in my face, blowing the tears out, but I'm gonna fight through it. And I'm like, how these kids do this? Oh, but I learned get it through, get it fast, and I just self taught myself.
Yeah. And you bring so much joy. Like I see like
Thank
the
you.
pictures you put out, and even at the event that I attended, it made me happy. And I'm a very woman of a very particular age. And I was just so
Mhm,
tickled because I had my little tat on my arm. I'm not a pink girl, but I love the colors, and just
mhm.
you just was able to go in and just freestyled it and picked out everything. And you are very efficient when you do everything. You're very efficient,
Thank you.
still not cutting the corners of being very kind and friendly and giving the experience. Because again, I walked away with an experience, and now
Yes.
we're here. So
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah. No, thank you so much. Um, and I'm not gonna look this up because this is like totally off the top of my head. I'm not even gonna look it up, but I know that there's
Okay.
a poem by um the late great Maya Angelou, and she said,
Mhm.
people will forget about what you say, how you said it, but they won't forget how you made them feel.
Yes.
That's something that
Yes.
you will never forget that feeling. And that's the feeling you gave me.
Thank you.
And you are
Thank
so
you.
amazing. And I'm sure you are like across the board the same way with everyone.
Mhm.
Um, so I love that. Tell us about the your next your next venture. What's next for the Tyga?
Oh, honey. So again, I'll be 50 January 29th. So I'm looking to again expand on a new skill. Besides working on a car and learning welding and things of that nature, I want to actually expand on airbrushing clothes.
Ooh.
I want to get with other artists in doing more body art, more extensive body art to show you don't have to just be a dancer or an exotic entertainer to be body painted. Body paint is an experience, as you said, within itself, but it also brings out certain things within yourself that you really never knew you experienced. And so I want to expand more on the art for next year.
Yes.
Um, Bringing it here, maybe to Columbia. I would love for it to be. We have to broaden our minds
Yes. Yes.
and
And get
open up some
terms.
doors. You got to kick in
Mhm.
some doors, but it's just bringing more connectivity, more inclusiveness, and just having people come together in different things. Everybody can go to a club and party.
True.
Everybody can just sit and play cards at the house, or like everyone now is trail riding and dancing. All of that is great. Let's experience something new. Let's experience and see something different. And that's what I want to bring out for Columbia and surrounding areas. I normally do once every 2 to 3 years. It's called Live Canvas Paint and Sip.
I like
That's
that.
where you're actually body painting a model. You, as your participant,
Oh,
instead of a canvas, you're body painting a person. That lets you experience a connection between that person. And I do it, like I said, once every 1 or 2 years. I want to bring that back in
yeah.
2026 and get more people on it. And it's just a whole, like you said, it's an experience. It's so fun.
Yes. Count
Everyone's
me in.
body painting. I will definitely have you as my feature.
Yes, please. So you said
Yes, it was
pain and
great.
sip. You said pain and sip. Okay.
Mhm.
You also, correct me if I'm wrong, you do bartending.
I am. Yes. That
Can you tell
is, oh, I could shout out so many different people in my journey.
do so?
Okay.
Plug away.
So run it back with the car, Mike Merck, Steve. I have a gentleman in Savannah, Robert. Okay. They're helping me with the car and
Mhm.
rebuilding the car. And then body art, like I said, Black Jesus Atlanta, Christina the body painter. Now with bartending, I have to shout out a gentleman, longtime friend. He's known me since I was 20 years old, Zoe Gilmore, out of Swansea, South Carolina. He put me behind a bar when I was 22, 20.
Mhm.
Yep, while I was airbrushing it, well, face painting, 22, 23, bada boom, down in Santee, and he put me in the bartending role, and I started bartending there.
Mhm.
Throughout the years, I've always loved entertaining, communicating, and being with people. So again, building on that skill throughout life, I
Yeah.
have now opened up my LLC slash business TNT bartending service. And TNT is based off my sister and me originally, which is Tara and Tina, my
Okay.
sister and myself. So it's TNT bartending along with the metaphoric boom. You're going to get an experience. You're going to get that extreme, explosive, great time with TNT body art. And I have an amazing body or amazing business partner. Sorry, it's getting cold out here. Business partner Melody that has came aboard, and now we are going to be expanding in 2026 TNT bartending as well.
Awesome. So
Yes.
let the good people of Swagger know where to find you, for the
Okay.
next event, for bartending, for next video, maybe.
Yes. Okay. So, of course, you have my Facebook page, Tina the Tiger Mitchell. You have my YouTube channel when it comes to my car, which is Mitch's Law 1970. You will see me as I rebuild that. You have my TikTok page, Miss Tyga. I'm on every time. If you literally Google Miss Tiger, you will see anything that I'm attached to throughout everything. You can literally do an AI and it will
Yeah,
give you a whole paragraph of me. And I'm like, I did this? I'm that great?
you are.
Whoa.
You are.
Thank you. And so I can't even name all the different ways you can find me, but I am definitely in public light. My phone number is all over the internet. It's nothing new. Just text me because you won't get through. Um, I mean, just reach out in any way, shape, or form. I'm here. I'm available. As a friend, as an associate in business, and just somebody that's just encouraging in general. If you need somebody to just say, "Hey, I'm going through this. What you think?" I'm gonna give you my colorful perspective as
That's
an
right.
Aquarius and as a person. It may be direct, but
That's
it'll
right.
be in love. Only thing you can do is accept it, but you reached
That's
out
right.
first.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing here is with SwagHer,
Hmm.
the love of SwagHer magazine again. I can't thank them enough. They are actually tuned in. So I would again like to extend appreciation for them. If you are following or if you see the replay, make sure you are following SwagHer magazine or SwagHer on all social media platforms. I am Marilyn Monroe. So Maryland is in the state, Monroe. So follow me as well, and I'm part of the Culture Club conversation. But I'm creating or trying to create a sisterhood, like a quilt of sisterhood love, and that's just
Hmm.
shining the light, spotlighting women that are in the light or not in the light. Some women, I've had arrangements to have other guests on the podcast or the segment, and they
Hmm.
couldn't get themselves to do it because they're not used to being up in front of a camera. Um,
Wow.
I know how that feeling is because again, I just
Hmm.
came to social media. So, but I always like to be amongst good company, and you are excellent company, Tina.
Thank you.
I call you.
Yes.
And I really just thank you for taking the time. SwagHer, I thank you for allowing the time for us and everyone that tuned in. We had quite a few people that were tuned in. And someone said, Tina is my girl. She's very special. Who was
Thank
that?
you.
Yes, Steve. Actually, is a Steve on here shouting you out?
Yes.
Um, okay, Steve. Okay, that's okay. Right,
Never
awesome.
physically met him, but he reached out to me and said, "Hey, you got a project? I'm gonna walk you
Oh,
through everything you do. Make sure you." I love Steve. Thank you, Steve.
that's what it's about. And actually, there's so many people that are you meet through social media that supports you just as much as the people
Hmm.
that you see almost every day. So that is great, Steve. Thank you for being such a great friend. So yeah, with that said, I always like to end with God loves you, and I do too. Thank you, Tina, for coming on, and thank you so much, SwagHer, and everyone that tuned in. Have a good Sunday.
Have a great one. Thank you.
You're welcome.